locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on WINNmedia 98.9.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your babes, Kevon and Azem, featuring Gwyneth.
Morning. Kevon, you know that song, we was singing by Outcast, So Fresh, So Clean?
Yes.
That's the vibe again right now.
Okay. Hot
From who?
From you. I don't know if it's the internet or what.
No, it's the color. It's the shirt.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the vibe. It's the vibrant color.
What's that? That's a teal? What do you call that? Aquamarine?
Aqua, more like an aqua.
Okay. My shade's doing things to my eyesight. I ain't sure right now.
Where you got shades? In a dark room, Azem? Not bad for your eyesight?
No, I always have on shades, Jade.
Okay.
The better question is, why not have on shades in the dark room?
That's the whole. Anyway, Kevon gets me.
Morning, my friend telling me morning.
She missed you yesterday, trust me.
I feel like something, you know what? Let's just...
No, nothing bad happened yesterday,
She literally said that she missed you.
Yeah. She was just asking.
Okay, I thought something happened.
Not today. Well, not yesterday, at least.
Mm-hmm.
For once.
Oh, boy. Jade, how you doing?
I'm fine.
You actually got to sleep? Jade didn't
For
have
once,
other plans?
No, Jade didn't ask about the stick this morning.
He asked about a stick. Okay.
And it's funny enough, when I woke up, I was like, what? I actually slept.
And it felt good when you woke up, right?
Yeah, I didn't feel as terrible as usual. But, you know.
Terrible as usual.
Mm-hmm.
What an existence.
You know, sometimes you wake up and you're just, ugh.
Jed!
What?
Why are you so hot?
Boy, you frighten me, you know? As you make you feel it, it's getting cool, okay?
my God.
Azem sends in here
That's the
kicking.
problem. But that's the problem. It is getting cool. It is not cool. So
Precisely.
you
Well, it would
need
be
to
cool
blast
if,
the
you know,
air,
Oh my God.
and then when it cools down, you leave it blasting.
Usually, I mean, you know, me never been.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. This is not a blame Jade moment.
At all. It hasn't been for a while, actually.
Yeah, you've been doing your thing. You've been
Yeah,
doing your
man.
thing.
Trial and error. Practice makes perfect.
You might want to knock on wood real quick. Good. Boy.
How are you, Kevon?
Today's Thursday.
Already.
And I am.
Fine, I am. What is it? The man said, fine, I am.
Oh boy. I hope they understand, you know.
No.
He doesn't. Let me die.
Jade, is your left the sunny bottle in my Jeep?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I literally, like...
He hit me this morning, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, on my foot.
You know what happened? I'm driving down the road and the vehicle in front of me just decides to stop. So, I mean, I'm paying attention. I'm driving good. I just, you know, press my foot on the brake and then I just say, so I look over on my right and it's like this the sunny bottle. I'm like,
Where you are, where did you?
where did you come from?
Maybe Darian.
I doubt it.
Well, okay, well, think back to who I had in the Jeep then, because
Man,
that's the best I could have given.
I don't know if it's somebody just trying to mess with me and be like, you know
think so?
you know what I'm gonna do?
You drop a bottle in the car.
But not a bottle. Like, no, that wouldn't bother me. But at the
A case.
at the sunny bottle.
Imagine if somebody put a case on your tire.
The sign is the hardest water to open, you know?
I don't even know if you could classify the thing that the water comes in as a bottle anymore.
The water.
Well, because
It's like a sleeve. It's like a water sleeve.
Get it open.
It's like
I remember a long time ago they were looking at alternatives for water bottles, and somebody made like a water sphere that you could just pop in your mouth and it dissolves.
Yes, yeah.
That's what it just remind me of.
Oh my,
Half the water just throw away before you get the bottle.
Listen.
It's like a water casing. Like they just they probably fill it like how they make sausages. Just like,
Listen, if the sign listening, they're going to be pissed at us.
yeah, they just need to sponsor them and stuff.
I mean, that's a good alternative, you know what I mean? That's a good alternative.
Oh boy.
But yeah, there are two things. They need to fix how the water bottles are made and sponsor us.
Eat local.
And all the stuff would be fine. Or tea time, you know, make some tea with some Dasani water.
Yeah, ever check to see what the ingredients of the sunny water be?
Water.
You would think, and anyway.
I would hope.
I digress.
I hope they say in a tuna moment, you know.
I digress.
Kevon, yesterday we
Just look at the bottle.
Nope.
Kevon, yesterday we found out that there's no tuna in a tuna Subway sandwich.
Which is why I don't,
We don't
but
have
this
Subway.
I knew. Like,
You didn't know?
they're not, well, for me, I just always have a certain skepticism with fast food chains when it comes to like the quality of their produce, but not that I suspected that the tuna wasn't tuna, but I just always am skeptical about what the meat is comprised of. But they're not saying that it's not tuna. It could just be a different type of fish.
I think fish share DNA.
Fishy.
Maybe it might just be tilapia.
And the thing is though, I think it's probably dependent on market, you know. Different markets get different they tweak things a little bit.
Like McDonald's in Japan is way fancier than in the US.
Bro,
And,
McDonald's in all the Asian countries is like fine dining. It's insane.
top class.
It's insane, Jade. Like, and they have things that we don't have, like
Different menu items, different sauces, different combos. The burgers are built differently.
That time I saw a McDonald's burger with a black bun. It did not look appetizing.
That's what they use
would not do
squid ink?
that.
That's what it was?
Squid ink, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know what it was. I just saw the person walking with it, like eating it, and I was like, "What is that?"
I
And they
remember
went.
I remember watching some countdown. Like I like watching YouTube countdowns on food and all these things, of course. And one of the episodes, it was about unusual foods sold at different fast food restaurants, and that was one of them. So that's how I know it was squid.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I saw it. Like I saw the person literally take it out of the McDonald's bag.
You should have tried it.
And the McDonald's, I just didn't know what it was, and I don't eat McDonald's on a regular basis. So.
Well, that was your perfect
Well,
opportunity.
no, I'm lying. Let me not.
Well, it can't be on a regular basis.
No, because I believe they sprinkle cocaine on the fries, and I have now been addicted for some time.
Yeah, but we don't have it here, so it can't be.
It can't be what cocaine?
No. It can't be that you eat it on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah, like that's. I would literally go to a McDonald's drive-thru just for the fries. Like I'll just order like, yeah, large fry, thank you.
That's how I feel about Burger King.
Yeah. What I used to do in college was
the fries.
We would combo.
The fries taste good.
We would build our own meal. So we used to stop at McDonald's for the fries. Stop at somewhere else for something. Stop at Wendy's for the burger.
Okay. If you did say anything other than Wendy's, we would have followed Wendy's. Got you.
Yeah. You had to bounce around. You had to build your own meal. So you have the McDonald's fries, your Wendy's burgers, your what they call the chicken finger things from Burger King.
From Burger. Oh.
Yeah, these two though.
No, I'm just happy. That like
oh dear.
This is widely accepted. Because the thing about it too, right? With the McDonald's, if you're on a budget, you could play it up. What you could do is buy the 99-cent burger, but tell them add the Mac sauce.
You fancy?
Once they add the Mac sauce, you got a Big Mac. And you could get 3 of them for the price of 1 Big Mac. You got know to hack these things.
Cheat code.
Yeah.
You got know to hack these things. Just tell them add Mac sauce. They're like, he knows.
Well, clearly y'all ain't have nothing that bothers y'all today. Y'all are happy, vibrant people.
It's time to grind some gears.
No, you want me to tell you what happened?
Well, as you have one, I don't know.
No, I could tell you guys what happened and why nobody has any gears to grind.
Wait.
The task force going all the gears yesterday and nobody has got no more now.
Boy. Boy, oh boy. Listen, from Abdias to the sign-in lady, I'm sorry I don't know her name, the lady that does the sign language, everybody fed up.
Okay. Watch it, right? I am convinced that this lady just moving her hands.
No, boy, she was going good, you know. But it's the question. She literally was, and first of all, that's why I walk off like, what? This ain't from me, this is from the people, them. As I walk off the stage, and the woman was like, what kind of question is?
Like
but she just stopped signing. I was with her, boy. I watch it.
Watch.
That video made me laugh for good 30 minutes.
Watch, let me tell you something, right? Yesterday's briefing started off, like, Leslie came out, and you could tell he's setting the tone for what was to come. Like, from the start of it, you know.
Yesterday was.
The CMO, again, and you know, I just say this all the time. Like, I'm always so impressed with how they handle themselves, right? Because I could definitely understand the frustrations. But guys, like yesterday, they had a meeting. Yesterday was Wednesday, right?
Yep.
So they had their usual meeting on Tuesday, and they were just like, "Watch it, I ain't fed up by." I said, "Bye, yeah." I said, "Bye, Joe, bye."
Watch it.
You know, I forget this. No, but and you know what I think?
Just got first.
Okay.
The signing lady got second.
Decided.
She went past everybody when she stopped signing. She got second, and Leslie got third.
Yeah, Leslie got third for sure. The only man who's still cool and calm as a cucumber, Cromwell.
Yeah.
Cromwell just doing the normal nation security blanket.
Yeah. You know what? I think piss off Abdias, I think? The cat cruise.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's the cat cruise took him off with you know.
How can you be someone who was not on the cat cruise and not be upset? Kevon, you know about this, right? You're on the cat cruise?
I think that's no man.
Kevon wasn't on it.
No man. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was. You just didn't see me.
Boy, when you land at the airport, I'm about you know.
When you prove.
Remember Gaston done say our borders are porous. So you probably gonna come in, do the cat cruise and go back to space.
Bye.
Well, so exactly what's the proof.
But let's talk about this seriously though. Let's talk about this serious. Like this whole thing that happened yesterday. Like I understand frustrations. Like
Why?
I mean I could definitely sympathize.
They're better than me, you know.
But I'm gonna tell you something, Jade. Like one of the things that we have to recognize too is this would have been a ton of pressure going on for over a year now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Close to a year and a half. But imagine you're a year and a half in, and then boom, you get hit with your community spread.
Mm-hmm.
So you could understand the level of like
Frustration?
no, just everything. Just everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just the level of stress, the level of responsibility that's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like I think that we started to see some cracks. And
It's evident.
yeah, and so I've been saying for the last week somebody need to get Abdius a hug, like all jokes aside, right?
Like no, he
No,
really did a hug.
I've been like, it was so funny, like I've been saying that for like the last week, and he come and just was like, it was a cry for help.
Boy, from the time I see the man come out, right? First thing I said,
So something right.
we're
Something
going on with Abdius.
yeah.
And then the man starts to say, oh.
Mm-hmm. But
It makes sense.
But let's talk about like maybe what needs to happen, right? Apart from everything that they said in terms of like people just taking responsibility for the words, the thing they said, the information they put out, the information they're disseminating, who they listen to as well, taking responsibility for all of that. Who are these people's deputies?
They need to step up.
No, maybe it's a matter that
They need a break,
maybe not a break from their positions,
but from
But
the briefing.
yeah. Maybe we need some deputies who could handle some, especially maybe some of the PR stuff, because they're dealing with so much. Like you got to go to all these meetings, people calling you, like
People going out talking
Non-stop.
false
then-
information,
and
and you
then-
got to battle that.
and then the situation literally changing every 5 minutes.
They're trying to
So
keep
it
you all
ch-
safe.
and then you
Y'all
have to-
doing cat cruises.
Yeah, and then you got to go out and make these presentations, write these presentations, do your PowerPoints, all these things.
And then he has to deal with the fact that it's hurricane season.
I don't want to talk about that, yeah.
No
Yeah,
rest for the
stressed out
weary.
this man completely.
No, but I mean all of them, you know.
Yeah, no, all of them stressed out, but like I can't really see it in Dr. Wilkinson. I feel like he's just developed this way of dealing with things.
No, what happened is you ain't seeing it because the response is pretty much his personality from the start.
That's what I said. I feel like he developed this way of dealing with things. So you ain't seen it on him. The CMO sounded very...
Yesterday was telling.
Yeah, she sounded very tired and defeated yesterday. I was like, oh gosh, I think she needs a break for
Yeah,
real.
I'll try to tell the nation that the lady has retired.
And then Leslie and
Leslie,
Abdias, they just let it out.
That's why I was just glad to have some support, because he been on that beat for a while.
Oh, for trainer. That's why I've been not pulling words. He been letting y'all know that y'all doing ridiculousness. Anybody can get it. He has smoke for the whole nation.
But yeah.
Listen, so that video of Leslie Williams reading the comment or question, whichever one you want to call it.
The one about the money is being paid?
Yeah. So whoever recorded that clip, they need to be given like an Emmy or something, because that was perfection. I was like,
The whole clip
listen.
from start to finish. I could listen.
Oh man.
Is the way that they had it recorded, and then when Relsby walked off the screen, they just calmly zoomed into the lady
And she was
who
like,
does the sign language, and then she gave up the ghost, you know. She just wrapped her hands and
she literally
like,
stopped it on. You could see she had on a mask, right? But you could
see it in
you
her
could
face.
see it.
you could see it.
You could see the
she might as
expression
well,
through the mask.
yeah.
She literally was, because it's like, I think it's because she's signing and she has to take in the information and put out. When she was taking it in, she was like, why really asking? Why really asking?
Oh man, but I think it's important. Just like how it's important for the message to remain consistent. I think it is important for. And the thing about it, right? You know what I'm thinking?
What?
One of the problems I have again is like these things need to be coordinated. People need to be advised about these things. Why the propaganda pages for if not this?
What do you mean?
Instead of having the propaganda pages go put out information and thing, like they're supposed to be doing the abusing.
Oh, you mean
the propaganda pages? Like,
yeah,
and I'd be like, what are they using them for? Like
they're dropping the ball, man.
What's supposed to happen is they were supposed to leave the meeting on Tuesday and being like, hey, we need to get a message out there. People being ridiculous. We're gonna send over something now. Check your WhatsApp.
Only one person been on it, you know. Tim first term, but he don't miss. He don't miss, he don't sleep. He's there every
Tim
time.
third term.
Wherever he be. I
think it's Tim third term.
Wherever he be, he don't miss. He,
just
she,
like Whitty
it.
said.
I only learn about this account like I only learned about this account like a week ago.
What?
They didn't know this. I don't be on Facebook.
They've been putting in work. You would say it's election time. That page has been putting in work steadily.
Well, I got that from the clip that I was watching. Like the person was actually just like having a conversation with them through the comments. Like it was somebody like talking, and then they were just like having a conversation with that account.
We need to talk to this guy.
Huh?
I think that would be a great interview, cause.
Bye. Yeah. I get it,
Oh,
and it's not that
boy.
I don't get it. It's not that I don't get it, but I believe that this would take a visible toll on anyone.
Anybody.
Anyone.
Azem a year.
You can't tell me that the CMO and Abdias the sleep.
When
they gonna sleep?
They literally said it.
It got to be they don't eat.
But Abdias said it yesterday. Like he outlined the whole workload. He outlined what they do and how they go, and it's constant. I tell you, I couldn't.
Yeah,
there's nowhere for listen.
But people get fed up at that. Yeah, people just lack. A lot of people just lack out the
when he was cussing.
People just like, because this is what happens, right? I think a lot of people, when they study, notice about the briefing, it's kind of like, oh, I'm happy now. And so you go to the briefing because you want to know any updates. There's been speculations that they're extending the curfew. So all these things, people like, and then you tune in and it's like,
there was information. I mean, it was mostly them. There was information in there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Jade. I think a lot of people just was like, okay, man.
How about y'all stop stressing out the people?
Hey, prices way down? Okay. Oh. Like, I think it was more than.
How about y'all stop stressing them out? How about, like, y'all could agree or disagree, but there lots of name calling and cussing and constantly on their backs and all these things. Like, I've just literally said people send him propaganda on a day-to-day basis. You know?
Of course. But, okay. I just get like the amount of messages I get from like some random scientists in Timbuktu who found the cure.
Doctors them?
And the ones who had no input in the research or anything and have no access to the trial data or nothing, who have this to say and that to say. And like,
you know that?
I'm like, okay, if this is what I get in,
you can
imagine how much them people just get back. They need a new phone just for the propaganda,
gosh.
like propaganda phone.
It's a lot. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot.
Like,
Speak to your friends, as he said, speak to your friends about what they share and post and stuff, because like a lot of the times your friend's wrong. your friend going to say, oh, I get it from a nurse up the hospital, or my cousin who does work in the lab, or this.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
That's not weird.
But that's one of the things that one of the things that he said that I was not really in agreement with. I mean, I understood what he was saying, but he was basically saying don't engage with some of these people, and
they people you talk to on a regular basis.
But I mean, you could talk to. I could have a friend, and we just kind of like, hey, you got one view on this, I got one view on this, and we just carry on without. I understand what your position is. We don't have to discuss it every time we meet. And I understand what he was saying. I do believe that though there's some people who are open to discussion because their intention isn't to just like either undermine the government or just because they tend to generally fall on the side of like non-traditional medicine or whatever it is. Some people just like, I don't trust this scenario. Okay, why? And we could have this conversation, but I mean, it just is. Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to discern. You're gonna have to discern what conversations to step away from and which ones to engage in. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of discernment as we go forward in this thing, guys.
Yep. A whole lot.
Boy.
We got way more going on.
But of course, and the thing is about it, right? Now that we have community spread, you can't assume that COVID will be gone. Like we're in a wave right now, but I don't know if we'll ever totally be free of COVID.
Listen, somebody told me yesterday that there's an outbreak at one of the banks. And I'm like, well, even the essential workers now at risk.
Well, the thing about it is these okay, we've spoken at length about the effect that COVID could have on like small businesses, right? Because you only take one person in a space to totally close down your business.
Yep.
Right? But when we start talking about some of these bigger institutions, and when I'm talking to some of the people in these institutions, unfortunately, the people who are, unknowingly, of course, putting persons at risk are people who have questionable views on the whole situation. Who decide they ain't wearing a mask? Why you got to wear a mask? I got asthma. And whatever.
Well, I mean, if you have asthma, I feel like this is the time for you to wear a mask because your immune is compromised and COVID is
stay home.
Stay home. Technology has brought us so far that we are able to literally not have to leave our house to do work. There's computers, Zoom. What else we just use? Team Viewer, all kind of things. So like
Google Meet's one in the world right now.
Just use those.
But like, let me tell you something. Like, it's mystic when you have a situation where you have employee A who is vaccine hesitant or might not be in a position where they could take the vaccine. A COVID conspiracist who believes that this is just something to like implant us with whatever or track us or whatever it is.
Sorry, I saw a funny joke about that. I can say after.
Then you have this employee who then also don't believe that they should be forced to wear masks or sanitize everywhere they go because the alcohol will dry out their hand.
All right.
Right? And then end up in a situation where maybe they don't even have COVID, but they had significant contact and now have been around the rest of their co-workers. And so the institution has to make a decision. Okay, we'll close down the whole department. But that same employee home game pay.
Yep.
Yeah, rough. I think that's these are the things that employers are looking at. Employers are looking at by and we talk about this all the time. The decisions of one person could totally jeopardize everything we've built. There are a lot of small businesses that won't survive this, eh?
Yeah.
They've been not surviving since last year.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like now we have this whole thing where so much people are quarantining, so much people are getting infected. We're seeing unfortunate loss of life due to this outbreak. A lot of small businesses who would have weathered the storm last year and maybe just now kind of getting back on their feet over the last maybe 2-3 months. And now this. Rough. Trust me. And so they're going to make some hard decisions about who they're allowed to come in the place. Yeah. It's just what they're going to do.
I don't think people are thinking about that side. Like, I think people are saying, oh, why people talking about you have to be vaccinated to come in here and all these things. But the reality is one person can shut down your business and put multiple people out of a job very easily.
This is the thing, right? This is the thing about it from a business owner's perspective. If this business closed down because of your actions, you would hopefully recover, get better, and send out applications and hopefully get a job. The business owner in debt.
Yeah,
the business owner is in debt.
There's no
serious debt.
Sorry, the mosquito was distracting. There is nothing that you can do for them. It's not like when you put them out of business, they can come now and sue you for anything. They literally have to deal with it. They have to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to keep afloat, if they could keep afloat.
Rough.
And then people who work at that business now are watching the business owner like, what are we going to do? Because these people depend on that business for their livelihood.
Not only that, you have to understand the pressure coming from employees and the employer. So, for instance, we have a question on the live talking about, can your employer fire you for not being vaccinated? So even outside of what the answer to that is, I know in some cases where you have an employer who might not be mandating it but suggesting it, like, hey guys, we should go out and get vaccinated. And then there might be, let's say, one person in the small room, department, whatever, who has not, and it's the other employees who putting pressure on the employer, It's the other employees who saying, why I gotta be coming here daily with this person who's making this decision? I got children to think, why they can't, like, let them there work from home. Let them there don't come in, like, find somebody else who could do the job. Like, employees.
Somebody was telling me, I feel like somebody was telling me I look blind, the way I was reading the screen. Trying to go grab my glasses, although they need cleaning.
Yeah, so yeah, in a lot of cases, I know that the employees, and sometimes the employees just watch it like, you tell us we gotta get vaccinated, I went, and well, how come he ain't vaccinated? And so you have this back and forth and thing and bye.
Somebody.
This thing ain't no easy thing to navigate.
No, somebody is saying that the remote work is available to the privileged. The supermarket cashier, the bakery worker, the restaurant dishwasher cannot work remotely.
Yes, sir.
And they are among the lowest paid.
Yep, exactly, and more and least resistant to missing a paycheck. Like you miss a paycheck for some of these people. That's catastrophic, yeah. That's literally catastrophic.
You want paycheck from being homeless or
you want paycheck from being insane.
Most people are one paycheck away from.
Yes.
Most people are already in it, and they still live in one paycheck. So it's just.
Yeah, it's so hard to navigate.
So it's a lot of. So it's not just they tell you stay home for 2 weeks, and this, like, literally you have to think about the repercussions of y'all not following the protocols, y'all not trying to help. Because you can't just keep saying, the government ain't doing this, the government ain't doing that. Like, when do we, as a nation, take responsibility? Like, when do we start doing our part? Because the government could mandate, but if y'all not wearing y'all masks or sanitizing or staying home.
If y'all keep going on cat cruises.
Like, what other cat cruise? Right now, what?
The thing is, you ain't even supposed to be at the beach.
And you're on a cat cruise. Like, how you get on the boat? Like, where's the responsibility on the people who own this boat? I don't know if it's true.
Why is there so many backyard parties?
I don't understand. Why y'all
I don't want people in my place. I don't want people in my place.
Listen, y'all brave, because one, y'all putting y'all health at risk, and y'all putting other people's health at risk.
Serious, yo?
I don't want to believe so.
Is it that serious? And then you know what? The problem is, all these things we're talking about we're gonna have to live with. We're in this thing where we're doing this 2 weeks, 14 days, lock few, all this going on. But because of the non-compliance, there's a real possibility that it's gonna have to be extended, and so you're gonna have this situation where people suffer even more than they would have had to because of the actions of some people. Because
we would have just went the 2 weeks, tried to handle this the best as we could, and hopefully open up after the 2 weeks. We are at Wednesday. Our 2 weeks end. Today's Thursday. So our 2 weeks end when? Tomorrow?
When it's supposed to be ended? 30th?
Saturday?
What are they supposed to be?
I think whenever it was supposed to be. And we're already at 300 cases in 2 weeks. The 2 weeks that they gave us to try to deal with this, manage this as best as possible. We over Anyway.
Yeah, I don't even want to know what that dynamic is for like employers who are balancing, wanting to respect people's right to choose, providing employment for somebody, a paycheck. You know what the situation is. You know what they're getting paid. You're the employer, and recognizing that, hey, this threatens the viability of my business, and also having pressure from other employees within the business, like saying like, hey, so is what?
Yeah.
How do you
300 cases since May 19th. Wow.
And I think we really need to get the answer on which variant we got here, because I feel like we might have one that is the one that is very transmittable. Yeah, one that is very transmittable. And the reason we need this information is because I don't in a belief we are seeing it.
Yeah.
Like up to this morning, we coming down, people just walking around the road, people coming from the bay, people ain't on a mask.
Yeah, man, just look like he just went for a nice little swim, no mask, no nothing, just vibes.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this.
My thing is, even in non-pharmaceutical measures, like people not doing like
exactly. Like we
talking
understand.
about a vaccine at this point. I'm talking about like, just wear a mask and stay at home.
Mask and stay at home. So simple. Y'all don't want to get vaccinated. That is your choice. We understand. How about y'all just wear your mask? At least this the smallest thing you could do. Masks are literally $3 for $10.
Or just stay home.
That's what I tell you to do anyway. Stay home.
No, people ain't gonna do that, because then that means that they're doing what they shouldn't be doing.
Like somebody, they wasn't talking to me, but somebody says, so are you supposed to stay home for 2 weeks?
Yes.
I'm like,
yes.
What? Like, have you?
That is exactly what you. That is you. So you know what you're supposed to do then, because that is exactly it. Stay home for 2 weeks. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be extended for another 2 weeks. So stay home for those 2 weeks. Y'all don't want to be feeling like you're trapped at home or having to stay home involuntarily. Then just do what you have to do for the 2 weeks. 2 weeks, it wasn't a lot, you know.
Let's collectively do whatever is in our power for us to.
Yeah, then piss me off. And I wasn't vexed, you know. No, I vexed.
Gears getting ground. On Island Tea.
So much for not having gears to grind today, Jade.
I was good. I was good 20 minutes ago.
Were you?
Watch out, Jade going in that gear since we on my way here. Jade going in that cat cruise gear since we on my way here. So
because you know how ridiculous that sound. You're literally hearing that there's a disease that is easily spread, and I'm pretty sure you cannot socially distance and follow the protocols on a cat cruise. That's not what a cat cruise is set up for.
Somebody tell me the neighbor had a birthday party for kids. And when they asked them, like, so you ain't concerned about, putting your child at risk? They say, it's only a few of them. Ain't all of them come. Just a few of them come.
So let me translate that. No. Right?
Like, come on, man. Is it a birthday party?
It wasn't a big thing. It was just
a birthday party.
It was just some cake and the children just run around and spread corona.
Oh my God! I received.
Like
I don't have
the answer is no.
I don't know if this voice note is true or not, but I received a voice note yesterday about people in Saddlers who are supposed to be on quarantine. Who literally not following the protocol, just out willy-nilly drinking and all kind of things.
I'm telling you, that's a real thing.
Come on. We are adults, and that's the worst part about it. You would expect kids to behave this way. You expect kids and teenagers and all of these people to behave this way. Grown adults who's supposed to know and do better. Me give up. See you in September.
Imagine how the time
until November.
See you in September, November.
Imagine how the task force feels.
Bro. Imagine we so stressed, right? And they have to deal with this. And Dr. Laws says it all the time, right? the cases that they are seeing are cases that are close together. People who come in contact with family members or friends or whoever, people who just not following the non-pharmaceutical protocols. Why is it hard? Why is it so hard? If my mom was to get corona today, you bet your life I walk into the house with a mask 24/7, you know? 24/7.
Well, some people care more about their health than others.
Well, obviously.
This is what I was talking about some weeks ago in relation to
that's
people.
true.
No, well, I mean, I'm talking about people's willingness to sacrifice and what sacrifice looks like for different people. Like, there's sacrifices being made all the time, like, but some people just aren't willing. People draw the lines different places. People see the importance of certain things differently. And a lot of times, you could directly correlate what people are willing to sacrifice based on their either personal weaknesses or selfishness and self-centeredness. Right? So, you might have someone who would literally go hungry to feed the child, but the thought of by staying home with your child all the time because, well, you ain't really got nobody to look after the child, that they're just too much, so you left the children home. And I think that's something that we have to think. And it doesn't mean that this person is a bad parent or anything, but it just highlights the fact that people value things differently, and it's showing now.
Well, hear what?
It's showing now.
I forgotten how he said this. Abdia said, come Monday, those who are supposed to be in home quarantine because they are positive, they're going in a facility. So now you're being taken from the comfort of your home because you don't want it to.
Some people spoil it for everybody.
Exactly.
Some people spoil it for everybody.
Y'all, people had the opportunity and the privilege of doing it at their own homes, and you're at home, so you have access to whatever's in your home. But y'all spoil it, so now you have to go into a facility.
We created a leper colony. We created a.
Not we, though. Not we.
The leper colony. I wonder if they put dogs on the point again.
Because we'll either be during the hours of 10 to 6 home.
Oh dear.
Somebody is saying that all of a sudden everybody wants exercise.
Okay.
You used to see all these people exercising on a daily basis.
Let me tell you something, wait, Jade. I've been getting tons of calls about this exercise thing. I'm like, hold on. How long have you been exercising?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks starting the date of the lockdown. All of a sudden, y'all training for the Olympics.
The Olympics is a month away. You got to get in. No, but okay.
No, they're training for CPL.
But there's some people who exercise is a big part of their life and things.
That's fine.
And we understand. Again, it comes down to sacrifice, people. Yeah, you might not be able to get the same. You might not be as motivated in your yard, not in your living room or in your bedroom. I understand. I understand. I had been not exercising for 2 months.
Yeah.
And then after a week of going back to start getting to exercise again, we got lockdown.
Yes.
It's only last night I got the motivation to even decide, but let me just do some push-ups in this bedroom. You see what I'm saying? I understand, but at the same time, it is what it is. Sacrifices have to be made, so you're going to have to adjust. And
jogging back side to side from your fence to one side of the yard to another side of the yard for 2 weeks ain't going to kill you. It is not going to kill you, Doing some jumping jacks in the back of your yard or the front of your yard or the side of your yard ain't going to kill you for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. They didn't say exercise has been banned for the next year. They said 2 weeks, do it in your home, in your yard. 2 weeks.
And my thing is, right, the thing about it for me is that you exercise because you want to improve your overall health. So anybody see where I'm going with this? risk getting COVID because I want to improve my overall health.
You're stressing me out, Pedro. I see why. I feel. Now I see where I'm just coming and cuss off all yesterday. Now I see why Les Wild be cussing y'all week to week every time we have a briefing. I feeling it because this is if you think about it, right? This is totally ridiculous, you know.
Yeah, like I literally was talking to someone about them wanting to play tennis. You know, they're going to play tennis regularly and thing. And I'm like, so what tennis? Like, I've been working on my health, man, and I need to stay more active and this and that. And I go, but you don't see COVID as a health risk?
Nope.
Sense. You're making sense. No. The answer is
Somebody said our literacy rate cannot be 98%.
No. Maybe we need to really assess what literacy means. Yeah, no. And not only that, there's a difference between what we term as literacy and comprehension, eh?
Yeah.
Not because you could read, I mean you could understand?
Correct.
Interesting.
But no, I ain't even going to do that too much. Because I believe that Kittitians generally, from what I have experienced around the Caribbean, we're generally educated people, you know?
Yeah.
But I do believe that we do have a high sense of self, and perhaps, like I was saying, I think what is happening is that our ability to assess risk, I think that's something we're selfish. We're probably more selfish than illiterate.
Yeah.
That's probably a bigger issue.
Selfishness. Country above self with a bunch of selfish Kittitians.
Maybe they know. But maybe they know. But maybe they knew that was
that's
the
what we
issue.
came about in the first place.
Or that was put in place to encourage us to do better?
Yeah, and possibly we
How
were
has that been
so
working?
selfish that
How
they
has
tried.
that been
It's a working process.
Oh, this is the longest process me ever see, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because
If
if a virus that spreads, that can literally, even if it doesn't kill you, mess up your health forever, isn't a factor. Well, I don't know then.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to say this.
No,
but
say it. You might as well. Do like Abdias and say it.
No, it ain't even that. Like, there's some people who, based on their beliefs, right? Like, and I recognize the fact that everybody don't have the same view of certain things. So, like, I had a friend who reached out to me and was like, man, I was listening to the show. You know, it sounded like you took your vaccine. And by the time we had a conversation and thing, I could hear the grief in the person's voice. Like, it's almost like they were mourning my death. No, and laughing, you know, like this. And this is somebody who I know.
Funny laugh, you know.
This is somebody who I know genuinely cares about my well-being, eh? But because of their views and whatever, like, they just figure like my friend is now dead. So like, we have to recognize like by everybody on the same page, and that's why
do this.
Yeah, and not only that, the level of seriousness and concern that some people have. You know, it ain't all just I want to be difficult at looking attention. Like, that's part of it. But there's some people they have different views for whatever reasons, and they're acting as such, and it's why there's so many different branches of belief, of agenda.
Everything. To
All
be
I
honest.
hear you say is that we salt, you know. Like, basically, that's all I hear you say just now.
This is why I keep saying what I will not condone though is the people, no matter what you believe about the virus or the vaccine or anything else, who refuse to comply with the non-pharmaceutical measures. Because you don't believe anything I say, and you don't believe you believe that the vaccine can kill all of us in 2 years, like, okay, fine. But at least for us, you don't believe there's a virus, no problem. Just wear a mask, no?
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what is the big issue of just wearing your mask and sanitizing.
Just wear a mask.
It's so small.
If you believe that this is something that some entity sprayed in the air to take us out, then how about you just try not to get taken out by protecting us?
You would think, right?
At the end of the day, whatever theory you have, most of it can be solved by the non-pharmaceutical measures.
Yeah, but bro, even if you don't believe that there's something, right? Like, just for the peace of mind for your fellow man, then.
Don't care about that.
You're asking too much.
Oh, sorry.
They don't care about that, Azem. We've seen it. We've literally been seeing people walking about without masks. We've seen how many tickets have been given away. They literally said it yesterday. They had to fine people for having parties or gatherings, and find the people who go to those gatherings, find the people who are not sticking to the curfew, and when we're supposed to be inside the 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. They're finding people for those things. They're finding people for not wearing the mask and all of these things. So if there are people to find, there's people who are not complying. So telling them to do it for your fellow man ain't really on the agenda. They don't care about the fellow man. They care about them and doing what they want to do, and that's it.
Jade said the police playing a game of fine and fine.
Fine and fine.
Yeah, boy, the police playing fine and fine, man.
Without it, do that like you,
That's what you said, Jade.
The man's a fine and fine.
That's exactly what you just said.
Well,
that's the funny
Jade said the police are waking up and going to play fine and fine.
Oh boy. Y'all just kind of one day.
Nah, yeah, Jade, you're funny, boy. That's one thing. Jade Johnson, yeah, you're funny. Yeah, Jade Johnson, boy, you're funny, boy. Jade Johnson over WINN FM, yeah, you're funny, boy.
Yeah, that's that. Putting my government name on the streets. You don't see people on the line, them just be attacking me.
Gwen it, boy. Gwen.
For not being ladylike, apparently.
You're Crescent Cool. We don't acknowledge this. What would be like your dancehall name?
The crisis and the cool.
Gwenny.
No, you'll be like dancehall name, aka Crescent Cool. So like, what your dancehall name would be? It'd be something like Corvette.
Corvette.
Man, no, you hear it.
Me hear it.
You hear Brands, maybe.
Me hear even know what we at this point. It was one time.
Did you? You know what? Let me not, because this is very on-brand for Azem. So let me not, because I
do not encourage this behavior. Okay? Do not encourage
me doing it, because.
Oh boy!
I'm just gonna opt out of this one.
I don't feel better, but I feel better.
I know what you mean.
And yet tomorrow we're gonna come here and have to do the same thing again. I feel like for the next couple of months we're gonna have to come here and say the same things over and over and over.
I felt like if the task force was listening to us and using some of our suggestions, we'd have been out of this, you know.
Like giving them KFC?
Either giving them KFC, like making up good side effects from them taking the vaccine.
Oh, you ain't get them none in a while. It's your fault. You've been dropping the ball.
It's my fault, bye. But yesterday we did come up with a good one, Kevon. You missed it. We were saying that it would be good if the messaging from the task force was something that people could relate to, something they would have heard many times before from trusted people in their lives, like maybe their grandmothers or their mothers or their fathers. So we're saying, roll up to roll out, what don't kill us fatten. What I think?
I mean, is this the new album for the day?
I know when the man said he meant he, you know, because I know me.
Okay, Jade, we have a call. Call, good morning, you're live on Island T. What's up?
Oh, yes, good morning. Hi.
Morning.
I am interested in getting in contact with Mr. Backus. Yes.
Well, you could call WINN FM's number. This isn't This is the on-air number. I don't think I can
Yes,
give his
this is
number
the,
over
this
the
is the
air.
line to.
What's the business? What's the business line? You remember that? The
Hold
office number.
1 second. Let me.
Well, call out. Just keep listening. We'll call out the office number.
All right. Oh, thank you.
All right, man.
It is 466 9586.
466
9586.
9586.
Good luck.
That's right.
Yes.
How
Do you feel better?
I was good all along.
Oh, for sure? Never mind.
I was good all along.
That's good.
Yeah. Me and Kevon just been chilling today. I don't know what's going on with you.
No. Okay.
It's
I
my
thought
tea.
this
You
was
got me a
into
little
some-
hot,
some
you know.
shenanigans.
Is it tea?
Y'all are just pissing me off. Boy, y'all getting cat coos in the middle of the pandemic.
Kevon.
You know what should have happened to them? You
Jade.
remember when...
Kevon, I started to feel like Jade was just upset she didn't get invited. Like, I got cat goes up.
Oh,
I kind of feel
come
like
on,
just,
HMP, in the middle of the pandemic.
just listening to her now, it kind of sounding like there's a bit
You
of
could tell
resentment.
there's
Yeah.
As if I don't have
There's a bit of
$500 to give the
wordry in
government.
words.
I do not have $500 to give this government. I'm sorry.
Oh, but that brings me up to a question that I'm having too. Like with the situation happening at the prison, very unfortunate. I don't even know how they're able to manage that.
And boy, you
based-
want me go?
based-
Cat coos.
But that's the thing. One of the thing is where, like, my concern is where they put in the new people.
Where they putting the old people?
Like the people that are now, like for whatever reason, being detained at the prison or whatever, like where are them people? Like, man.
Listen.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's
happened
that's
to you
that's a
happened
big-
to you. You remember when your mother used to tell you, when I leave the house, don't go outside? And when you go outside, you got in trouble?
However, do it happen to you?
Okay.
Nah, yo.
So if the people tell y'all don't go outside, y'all go on a cruise or wherever y'all going.
This might.
And now y'all end up in there.
I know there's plans to get the new prison going. This might might cause them to expedite this now. Yeah, I think it's supposed to go over Christchurch, not Christchurch, Mansion, Estridge. I think it's over in Estridge area.
So that's a far.
But yeah, because I don't know why the prison in the middle of town. But hey, why not? Anybody else still cringe every time they say Her Majesty's XYZ.
Majesty's.
Okay.
What the prison name? Her Majesty's.
Her Majesty's prison.
Yes. Her Majesty's.
very, very, very colonial.
Yeah, it does make me cringe every time. It make me cringe every time.
Somebody
gives
said
me-
the new people going in the holding cells in the other stations.
I know the person now. You went in?
Don't question the people.
You want the information or not?
So they're going in the holding cells, new people.
I would assume so, because right now they're trying to battle with the people in the big prison.
Oh man, that must be such a logistical nightmare.
And then you have
Because then you have the prison officers still moving back and forth and. Yeah.
Jade fault. Everything just Jade fault.
Hello? Not this time, you know? Y'all
Yep.
can't put this on me. This is the people in the country
we though?
above self. Okay? The country above self people, this is their doing. They can figure it out. Eventually. I don't know when. Probably September. Somebody was asking what we're going to do about CPL. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh boy, but guys.
Well, apparently it's still on. So
Hey, on. You're gonna be on. They're gonna be in a bubble.
We'll turn it off.
They're gonna be in a bubble.
It's gonna be in a massive bubble because
they done buy it,
I
you know?
think they're gonna have to change the protocols. So
The protocol was always that you're going to be in a bubble.
No, I mean
well, yeah, but the bubble,
in
the
terms
bubble
of
might have
crowd.
to be tighter.
No, in terms of crowd too.
Well,
Yeah, the crowd,
And-
the crowd,
and- and
the amount, the persons that can attend will probably change.
Yeah.
yeah, because the prisoners don't have free reign. They can't move on the one.
Yeah. But yeah, I think CPL right now there's like we can't even speculate because I'm sure the organizers themselves are trying to figure out exactly what possible, and this thing is so, you know, the word right now is fluid.
Yeah.
I was thinking volatile. Volatile is all more like it.
No, volatile is rough. Fluid is a little easier.
No, but that's exactly why I'm saying volatile works.
I know, Fred.
It's all like this, like a bomb that could blow up at any time. Unstable.
Could blow?
The situation is unstable and volatile.
It has. Literally, we're at 3:01 with 3 people unfortunately passing away. 3 is way too much.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 is way too much. So now that we are here, we way too much. So
yeah. I keep saying it every day. It's like, bye. Hopefully we have no more, man. No more.
You know what I'm gonna depend on? The people them.
The people?
The people them. Who
the
you
people,
want still.
them.
Man.
Great. Well,
Kevon, you wanna just quickly update the people on the oh no? Okay. and the situation report.
I'll do it. Okay, so here's your latest report for St Kitts and Nevis in terms of COVID. So, okay, so the total number of cases are now at 396. Lord. The number of cases that were confirmed within the last 24 hours is now at 19. Active cases, we have 301. Recovered cases, we have 92. The number of cases, if we have to split those down between St Kitts and Nevis, and again, these numbers are from the beginning of the pandemic, not active. It's 381 for St Kitts and 15 for Nevis. And then we've had 3 deaths so far, 3 confirmed deaths so far. Yeah. Reading that last one is just really no fun. Like, it just...
I said it already, so...
energy out of it.
We do not know who were vaccinated from who wasn't vaccinated. Okay? I feel like the reason that they're not putting it out is to respect their privacy. And I don't know if this goes against medical something, because I don't think they could just give out your medical information just like that. So, I don't know. That's just my guess.
Oh, but to me, like, again, you see, this is the issue that I have with these kind of questions, right? The question should be, what are the factors that heighten the risk? And what that would have led to because it might have been old age. Because to me, you need to start finding other factors: heart disease, old age, respiratory issues. You know, I think, and so we have to recognize now that these are the things that really make it more risky.
Way more
risky. You know. But I think what happens is sometimes when you ask a question like that, it comes off as if, again, you're trying to do this, gotcha.
You see, I tell you.
See what I do? I'm like, look, dude, like, tell us. What I want to know is, we're now seeing persons, you know, succumb to the fight with COVID. Do we know what are the factors that make you less, you know, able to fight it off? You know, is it a matter that we really need to have people really focus on building up the immune system? Is it a matter that we have to really try and protect the old age? If you know you have, like, let's say, respiratory issues, are you more at risk for death? Like, and so we could try and figure out exactly how risky it is to each of us and the people around us and act accordingly, like, you know.
But I feel like we should take a little break now, because I feel like we've been ranting,
stressed
for a good.
Yeah. It's all been going on.
And all right.
Congratulations.
Because.
Congratulations.
Anyway, we shall be right back with more Island Tea. Stay tuned.
Check it out.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Run to Hosford's Furniture and Appliances in Ashley Furniture Home Store now and get a chance to win free groceries for 1 year. By popular demand, Cashback is back, but this time Cashback is back with more quality appliances, more great prices and fantastic deals, more of Hosford's fabulous FlexPay payment plan, and more free groceries. A whole year of free groceries. Come to Hosford's Furniture and Appliances in Ashley Furniture Home Store today and get absolutely free groceries with every higher purchase and a chance to win free groceries for 1 year. Great deals on furniture and appliances. Get cash back for free groceries with FlexPay higher purchase and a chance to win free groceries for 1 year with every $500 spent. All great reasons to shop at Hosford's Furniture and Appliances in Ashley Furniture Home Store this coupon season. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
The symptoms of the coronavirus are similar to those of the common flu or cold, which are consistent coughing and sneezing, fever that does not go away, and difficulty breathing. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, it is advisable to stay at home until you recover, or if you want to go to your doctor, call first and tell your doctor of your symptoms, any recent travel or contact with travelers. And lastly, please avoid spitting in public. Recent cases have shown that people most likely to be at risk if they contract the virus are persons over age 60 and persons that have an underlying medical condition such as hypertension, diabetes, kidney disease, or a respiratory condition. It is advisable to avoid large crowds or other places where you might have to come in contact with people who are showing signs of the coronavirus. This is a message from the Ministry of Health and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your babe, Kevon and Azem.
That's me.
Gwyneth.
That's her.
And it's time to jump into tea time. Let's talk about St Kitts and Nevis and the 5 reasons why it is the hidden gem of the Caribbean.
COVID free? Oh, my bad. That was a month ago.
Yep, it was.
So, you spoil it. So you deserve a vacation and escape to somewhere warm and tranquil. Somewhere a world away from your worries where you can make memories that will last a lifetime. Somewhere uncrowded and unspoiled where you can relax and recharge. That somewhere you're dreaming of, it is the island of St Kitts. And it is even better in real life. I feel like the Carib, I need to bring out the Carib voice for this one.
I would say, what is voice here, sexier?
A love letter to
The
St
Carib
Kitts
voice.
Nevis.
For the fresh, crisp taste of that beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. So, located in the Caribbean and easily accessible by plane, along with the sister island Nevis, is widely regarded as the region's best kept secret. The island's stunning natural beauty, rich history, and friendly locals make it the perfect destination for those looking for the traditional Caribbean experience. That is not to say that St. Kitts doesn't have its own unique charms and offerings that set it apart from its Caribbean counterparts. Here are 5 that delighted locals and attracted tourists time and time again have stated is what brings them back to the island. So, running through history. So there's the St. Kitts Scenic Railway, which is, I've yet to do it and I really want to do it. I've been meaning to do it for a really long time and I still haven't. Yeah. But what first on the list is the Scenic Railway.
Once a year, I saw you on that by. Amazing.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do it since it became a thing actually, but I haven't gotten a chance to do it. But it's basically a nice train ride around the island using the old sugar tracks. Because we were once a sugar nation, you know.
Indeed.
Next is living like a local. They have listed is living like a local. So St. Kitts is famously friendly. Much of it is due to warm and welcoming Kittitians and Nevisians, who are always eager to share their local places to eat and explore with tourists. You know, I've realized that too. Look, Kittitians and Nevisians will consume their day making sure a tourist has a good time, like on the spot.
I was gonna make a comment by, but
keep it to yourself.
Azem, keep it. But no, you know, like a tourist will bump into you and ask you a question, and it's, let me take you. You know, I'll walk you there, and then it just kind of becomes sometimes a day-long tour for free, and you met up with a friend at the end of it.
Yeah, that does happen for real.
Yeah. I've actually, funny, speaking of that, one time when I used to work at Diliwa, when I went to do a tour, I went to shoot a tour, and I actually met this really nice old lady that still keeps in contact with me through email. She sends me pictures from email. Her name is Linda. She lives in England.
Oh, Linda.
Yes. Linda sends me all kinds of updates on the situation in England and all these things, on family and all of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Made a friend.
I did.
There we go. So on the list as well is beach. Basking in the beach. So St. Kitts has great white beaches and warm turquoise waters, but the variety of beaches in the Caribbean is different. You know, yes, we all have beaches, but a lot of Caribbean islands have different types of beaches.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
And what makes us special is we have like that nice narrow peninsula. Where you can see both the Atlantic and the Caribbean Sea at the same time. And I might be wrong, but I think it's like the narrowest something in the world.
No, I think Dominica is the one that's narrowest. But yeah, so it's us and Dominica, I think.
Okay, there we go. Then we also have on the list golf courses. So we have the Four Seasons Resort Golf Course in Nevis. That is one of the most pristine golf courses, and then we also have the Royal St. Kitts Golf Club in St. Kitts.
Sexy again.
So right, we just got you know, golf courses on both. Views, scenery, everything. And then on the list as well is sleep is sweeter here. So I'll read this word for word. It's a lot to read, but I'll read it word for word. It's whether your style is more luxe, oceanfront hotel, beach bungalow, or tropical organic farm, there's a St. Kitts resort to accommodate you. On St. Kitts, walk right from your suite to the beach at the park at St. Kitts, or enjoy restful days and first-class amenities from your spacious seaside villa at St. Kitts Marriott St. Kitts Beach Club. Nevis, you have a 350-acre playground, and sit under the palm trees of Cabana Row at Four Seasons Resort in Nevis, or discover waterfalls and explore century-old ruins at the Montpellier Plantation and Beach on Nevis. So literally you have almost something for everybody. You even have Kittitian Hill, where it's just like a total timeout. That's the best way I could describe Kittition Hill. A total timeout from life. You just don't want to deal. Kittition Hill.
I still haven't been.
As in to the complex or
yeah, I haven't been. I wanted to go to stay to do like a little staycation, but nigga, realize. Yeah, when I was talking about the staycation that I had planned, it was there. But so much for that.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Like unreal. But yes, we've been listed as the hidden gem of the Caribbean by Boston Magazine. So if you want to read the article in full, go check us out. You know,
big up Boston one time.
Right?
I like Boston as a city.
Yeah.
The accent is what has catch me.
Yeah, I mean the random fights at the bars and so does be interesting too. But
very on brand for Boston.
Yeah, I have family members there, so maybe that's why I have a good experience.
See, there you go.
Interesting.
So, we're doing things, but of course, keep in mind that if you are listening and you're interested in coming to to St Kitts and Nevis, doing a little Caribbean vacation, effective May 29th, the Federation is now only accepting fully vaccinated visitors. But if you are national, that does not apply to you. So plan accordingly. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Up next, we have Jade. You just really put some articles on here that stress me out,
And I start with the good ones, though.
So this is some BVI news. So inconclusive, there is no evidence that anyone was involved in a tied-up man's death. Police have said they do not believe that anyone has been involved in the death of 40-year-old Manuel Reef, whose body was floating in the Sea Cows Bay with both hands and feet tied loosely together. The Royal Virgin Island Police Force was said on Wednesday that they classified his death as that of 3 others as inconclusive. They made this classification after what they said were lengthy investigations by its crime division, autopsy reports, and full inquiries into the deaths and causes of the cases of Franklin Malone, Andrew Skerritt, Walid Kashor, Ryan Smodern. They have not revealed any evidence that other persons have been physically involved and bringing about the individual's demise. 3 of the 4 deceased men were found dead under similar circumstances. Like Kachor, whose body was fished out of BVI waters back in February, 65-year-old Smoldern's body was found in waters near Village Care in April, while Malone's washed up on shore after midday on November 24th last year. Skerritt was also found with a single gunshot wound in his home in Carrot Bay in February this year.
Somebody could explain this to me?
I tried to do some analysis last night when I read it, and I don't know if it's me, but I'm pretty sure if somebody's hands and feet are tied, somebody had to tie them. How do you tie
You can tie your own hands. It is possible. However, the fact that they said that the hands and feet were loosely bound together makes me feel as though it's possible that the individuals tied their own hands. However, the fact that 3 others have suffered the same fate does not make me feel like it doesn't read suicide pact to me.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding. As a matter of fact, I think whoever wrote the article should probably be suspect number 1.
They're trying to draw off the scent.
Because may understand what's going on.
They're trying to draw off the scent.
Agreed, because it's possible for you to tie your own hands, especially the loosely part. But the fact that others have suffered the same fate doesn't read to me as something that's,
one of them had a gunshot.
A solo. Somebody had a gunshot. 3 others were tied up and washing up on the and died in the ocean. I mean,
suspicious.
To say the least. To say the least.
See what you did there, Jade.
Boy, oh boy, the things that are happening in the world.
Yes.
In and around the
here's some
Caribbean.
Floating. So are we
maybe they're just tired. They're just tired of like having to investigate these things.
So you know nobody.
So somebody's asking, so I'll clarify for them. So yes, the police said they do not believe anyone was involved in the death of 40-year-old Manuel Reef resident Walid Kashor, whose body was found floating in Seacow's Bay with both of his hands and feet loosely bound together.
Listen, are you watching?
And you know, that person is asking a great question. How he get in the ocean?
That's my whole thing.
I watch enough.
That's my whole thing. But it's not just he, you know. It's just not he. It's multiple other people washing up.
This is him and two others.
Wash it up and
yeah, this is all serial killer-ish. Man, if it's just me. And the person who
him and
either that or criminal organization.
Something.
Yeah, this is
police.
Ooh.
Something somebody's involved. So the fact that this says that they don't think anyone is involved in the death is a bit strange to me, because I don't think three people just decided to say, hey, let's tie our hands and drown ourselves throughout the course of 6 months.
No. I just love how like Jade and like plenty other women.
Sorry. We're not laughing after the situation. That's how we just made a comment.
I can't.
You have to see what Jade today said.
No. What? So people get it. Listen, speaking of that, right? We actually have another article which came from. It's about the guy who did the software. It's McAfee.
Antivirus, yeah.
Yes. Apparently, they're saying he got Epstein as well.
Yeah.
That one was suspicious too, because they said that they were going to extradite him, and the day that they brought the ruling.
He alive?
He alive? You think he alive?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what you were thinking?
No, that's
you thought they take him out?
Yeah.
Think you're alive?
I thought they got him out of here, man, for some secrets.
Yeah. But yeah, Axman, that's my belief too. So yeah.
Yeah.
That was my criminal organization.
Same chain of thought. Yeah, I think it's a criminal organization, because to be honest, I just find it strange that 3 people died in a similar fashion. That sort of is not something that is expected to be carried out solo over the course of like a year.
You know the thing that's interesting to me? How so many women like settle down for a night of peace and relaxation with a glass of wine.
And a nice serial killer.
And a serial killer series or documentary.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, so nothing wrong. I just say it's very interesting. I tell her, I don't play no money. I go ahead. I gotta play them.
Listen,
if it's one person could last you. If one set of people could last you, by.
Listen, remember when we were all addicted to a Lifetime? I think it started from there.
Nope, I was not. No.
When I said we, I mean women, okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Women were addicted to Lifetime was wild back then.
Watch your Lifetime. you would literally start a conversation with a young lady you're interested in, and without your knowledge, she's comparing you to the last 6 serial killers she saw on Lifetime.
Yeah, sometimes you have to just make
something about these men who could talk.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly,
this year
Lifetime movies are wild, you know.
Yeah,
the wildest. Them and Tyler Perry, but Lifetime was.
They go from 0 to 7,000 before the movie even starts.
The trailer alone. What? But I'm watching it.
But you know that was crazy.
I thought
Lifetime used to be pushing out movies. Lifetime used to be pushing out movies left and right. And why were they not like? Who does produce movies this fast?
But they were all the same story.
Yeah.
That was the problem. They were all the exact same story.
Somebody
said it.
Somebody said it.
They were
You
all
have to hire
in,
like 200 camera crews to film 200 movies at the same time.
Same
one script,
storyline,
but
just different characters.
yeah, and this happened in different states, and this one, he had a little more rain in it.
one script, and one script just edit it as you go along.
Yeah.
Do your own
And
twist on
guess
it.
what? On Sundays, all women's TV were on Lifetime. Somebody said the sad part is about it. The sad part about it is Lifetime movies were based on true stories. A lot of them were.
Watch it.
They would start based on a true story.
But let me tell you something. That was part of why it would interest people.
That's
Like
why
that-
it
they would always
me.
go. The names and whatever have been changed to protect the identities of persons involved.
Like we
And I'm
can't
just-
guess.
And I'm like,
You know who was good for that too? Law and Order. SVU?
well, yeah, Law and Order definitely
Oh, boy.
is they look at cold case files and oh my gosh, witty crime podcast. Like I have a friend who is deep into crime podcasts, and
Am I that friend? Because I
No.
am. Or Amy? Okay.
No, I didn't know. I didn't even know you were into crime podcasts.
Into the killing, monsters.
You know who have a nice one though? Chris Hansen. You know Chris Hansen podcast? Chris Hansen podcast is amazing.
I like Bailey Sarian too.
No, I haven't watched that. I've heard about it. I haven't watched it.
Hers is life.
But yeah, man, like bro,
Chris Hansen is the man that used to
Catch a Predator.
To Catch a Predator, but that was a series.
That was the series.
That
was the series. Like
the man just used to roll up at them and would come and be like, if you leave, we call the police. I mean, they're calling the police anywhere, right? But if you leave, ask man, leave me alone, okay? I like. See, don't judge.
Yo,
I'm not the only one.
You know the one that was also very traumatic for a lot of men though. Cheaters.
Cheaters was some quality TV, boy.
That show, listen.
Cheaters was some quality.
That was wild.
Boy, remember the episode when they stabbed the man? They stabbed the host. The man who was cheating stabbed the host.
Yeah, but why would he not? I would actually be concerned.
Why would he not?
Yeah, imagine this random man just running up to me with cameras and so.
Yeah. Tell you.
I don't feel stabby.
No, everybody know you're cheating on this woman.
But ain't even that. Like, who are you? Why are you following me?
To show that you're cheating on this woman.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Who fault that? If you wasn't cheating,
It's your fault. I don't know you
wasn't cheating. There would be no cameras.
I don't know why you're following me.
Are you cheating?
Yeah, but I don't know that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know
Nobody
that.
told me that I am on a show, because I don't know I'm on a show. So why is this camera just following me? Why is this person following me?
Who are you? Like, imagine especially like
the man who get you cheating.
Dude, imagine you're like, especially like for black people and so.
Boy, the man used to win in the womb's the best.
But you see, that used to be the part that used to crack me up, like the response. I always used to got respect for the dudes who just be like, yo, watch it, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
The dudes them who just start running away.
Bro, no boxer, hand and shoes in the hand. The cheaters used to just run in the room and man used to be scrambling over the bed.
Jade, imagine you're sitting down
gosh.
in the studio right now and a camera could just bust in the room.
I feeling stabby. I understand. I understand.
Quality boy.
But
No heads up, no warning, nothing.
You're just coming out the movie series.
This man just shove a microphone in your mouth and start asking you questions.
Yeah, you're coming out the movies with holding hands with your other girlfriend.
No. You know the ones that used to be crazy? The ones where like the woman would engage like the show and they go and they follow the guy and time to confront him now. And they confront the dude, right? And the dude just looking at her like, yo, but use the side girl. This is my actual girlfriend. I'm not cheating on you. I'm cheating with you.
What a way to find out, boy. Anyway, guys.
If anything, you should be disappointed in yourself.
You understand? That's the way to turn the tides. Like, that's the way to turn the tides. Like, yo, what can I with you? Like, play your role, girl.
You know what? Break time.
Break time.
We will be back with some more conversation. We should have a special guest on the line in a few. So, guys, stick and stay for more Island Tea right here on WINNMedia SKN.
Yes.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is WINN FM.
Cool. Energize your goals with Lucozade. Get it cool. Look under the cap. Find the code. Win it. Thousands in prizes. iPhones and TVs. Or win 30 grand US dollars for your goals. That's goals.
For a chance to win 30,000 US dollars. Purchase any Lucozade Energy promo bottle. Look under the cap and find the code to win iPhones, TVs, and free Lucozade for 30,000 US dollars to energize your goals. See website, social media, or press for details. Lucozade, taste the energy.
Good morning, my little superheroes. Tell me, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
The power to read minds.
Super speed. Pew. The power to heal the sick.
Well, you can get smart, speed, and good health with the superhero trio from Hanley. Hanley has delicious omega-3 bursts, sugar-free multivitamin liquid, and flavored vitamin A, C, and D chewables to support a strong immune system, healthy bone development, and acute mental performance for superheroes like you. Part of the Hanley family.
For real and unbiased sports news and reviews, from cricket to football and everything in between, with in-depth interviews from your favorite sports icons, check out The Bench Meeting, hosted by Kenneth Bob, on Sundays from 4 to 5 p.m. Only on WINN Media SKN.
Energize your goals with Lucozade. Get it cool. Look under the cap. Find the code. Win it. Thousands in prizes. iPhones and TVs. Or win 30 grand US dollars for your goals. That's goals.
For a chance to win 30,000 US dollars. Purchase any Lucozade Energy promo bottle. Look under the cap and find the code to win iPhones, TVs, and free Lucozade for 30,000 US dollars to energize your goals. See website, social media, or press for details. Lucozade, taste the energy.
With your faves, and it is time to jump in. welcome back to Island Tea with your babes.
Yes, we are back. We are back.
Kevon,
yes, we are.
We actually have a special guest. Let the people know who we have joining us today on, what is it?
Eat local. We have with us the legend himself, King Ellie Matt.
Good morning. I am basically feeling fine, doing fine. And I have to apologize firstly and mostly to the fans who have asked to tune in early to WINN FM to hear me speak of my condition, my happiness and all. Proceed, sir.
Yeah, man, no problem. We're just glad that you were able to come and join us. We just want to let you know that we consider this a great honor and privilege to have you here talking to us this morning. I don't think you need any introduction here in St Kitts.
I don't think so.
How many crowns do you have in the local competition? I feel like I heard something in the back. But while we wait for him to join back and his connection to come back, like I said, we have on the line King Ellie Matt, multiple Calypso King. Here in St.
My goodness.
Oh, he's back. Hey.
Back. But boy, that's WhatsApp. WhatsApp does that every 2 minutes. They cut out on people. Are you guys don't know that?
But
keep with FM. You are supposed to call directly on the phone. I'm in America. Come on, man. you want me to call directly? I could use your Yankee number and call you. And it's better.
Oh, we can call you. It doesn't matter. Whichever works for you.
Whichever works for you. You want us to try and call you?
It does. Anything that floats your both minds, sir.
All right, then no problem. So we're gonna take a break while we get him on the landline and be right back.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Stay tuned.
Bye.
welcome back to Island 2 with your faves. And
All right, guys, we're back with more Island Tea, and we have on the line this time King Ellie Matt. How are you doing, sir?
Well, I told you already, I'm fine, good, preparing to go see the doctors at about 12 o'clock today.
Oh, wow.
For a small outpatient surgery on my left arm to assist with the flow of my dialysis treatment.
Oh, wow.
Roll on.
I mean, a lot of us here have been aware, you know, of your condition and stuff that you're dealing with. I'm happy to hear that it's not anything too serious today, but just wishing you well with all that you have going on.
Are you wishing me well on behalf of the government of St Kitts and Nevis, sir? Because I've never heard from them.
Island Tea. I wish I was able to speak for the government. I might have been in a better position.
I'm not trying to be facetious.
King, you come out spicy today.
Hey, Jade, I could hear you. Speak to me directly. Don't talk behind my back here.
Oh, not to me, not to me at all. I said you come out spicy today for the government. You sound like you had a message for them.
No. Me and you talk about me. I could say, me could still say I'm better than all of the who do win. And if they doubt me, they could challenge me whenever they have a next time, and we could bet $10,000 US against anybody who could beat me. Winner take all. 3 songs apiece.
Well, I utter that because I can't sing.
3 songs apiece.
Well, put it out there. Let them understand I'm ready for them. Anytime they're ready for me.
I don't know what the outcome is if I go in, so I ain't got the money to lose.
No, you don't think so.
You started that, man. Not to the mind to heart race.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
but...
Yeah, well, that much is obvious. And I think some of that personality would have served you well back in your headache, you know, being involved in so many competitions all around the world, all around the Caribbean. I'm sure that really helped to propel you in some way. I mean, I've heard stories over and over from all over the place, all over Trinidad, people in Jamaica still calling your name with a certain sense of reverence.
Anywhere, go clean them up.
Boy, I'm telling you.
Anywhere, go clean them up.
But I mean, we know of your exploits in St Kitts and the dominance you would have had at the local Calypso Monarch.
Too easy.
But tell us a bit about how it was when you started competing in some of these other countries, whether it's Antigua, Trinidad, Barbados. How was it, you know, going out there, being from St Kitts and
okay,
competing?
Just let me give you a little education about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I am first and foremost an arranger, a musical arranger, followed by, reluctantly, band leader, naturally born composer, and a writer of music. Now, when I entered the competition in 1973, I was 20 years old, and I won the competition of the Monarch, Senior Monarch Calypso Contest and the road march that year. I was forced to enter the road march, the competition, because I only wanted to win the road march from 1971, 1972, but I wasn't allowed to win because they said only Calypsonians could win the road march. So I finally decided to enter the Calypso competition. Only for the road march, but I won the Monarch and the road march. I was 20 years old, that's 1973. Now, I had a band at the time that was budding, top band in the Caribbean, cleaning them up all around the small islands there. And then we ended up going to Trinidad in 1976. We went to Toronto, Canada, and New York in 1974. So my career took off as a band leader, and I had a band traveling with me. And like I told you, first and foremost, I am a musician. So my band came first. I found that if I was to enter as a calypsonian in all the different islands, I wouldn't have a band. We wouldn't have had G.I. Brass to cheer them up. So I put G.I. Brass first at my career. As a calypsonian, I only used that in St Kitts and one time in Barbados. Otherwise than that, I was traveling with my band, too busy to sing in calypso competitions. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
Oh man!
What a history lesson right there.
But I mean,
people who didn't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it must have been something, because at the time, it would have been obvious that you were taking things to a level that was unprecedented.
Not seen then and since. Not seen then and since. Because as a musician, as a young fella growing up, I looked for music from Trinidad, as they were the dominant musical force, as I knew it.
Right.
In the region, because we tuned into Big Ten and all the radio stations from Trinidad, which used to come and go. Before we got our radio stations that I said on the other local stations back then, you know. But I'm trying to tell you that when in tuning into the radio stations from Trinidad, you heard the bands which were far superior to the bands in St Kitts. Now, I myself, with a Spanish background, my father was born in Santo Domingo. Letting the people know that I have Spanish blood in my body and my veins. So I like to hear horns. I never like combo band yet. Never like a combo band, which we call a combo band, which is a band without horns, just guitar and keyboard. So I took a liking to the bands from Trinidad at the time, Joey Lewis and Ed Watson, the kind of those names that you might not know. But one in particular who passed away, I think a couple of weeks ago, Ron Berridge. He was, in my mind, one of the best out of Trinidad, and I used to listen to his band. And I aspired to sound like him or better. As a matter of fact, I wanted to be the best in the whole world of soca. And I think I was the best in the world of soca, and they said so in New York City. Proceed, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that is something that I think is not even up for debate. The way that your name still rings out even today speaks to the level of talent and excellence that you displayed and your band displayed. What did you think was one of the things that really helped to cement that title for you? Because was it the arrangements? Was it the band? Was it just the stage performance? What was it about the band and your leadership that really helped to cement you guys' legacy?
Well, let me tell you something. I took over the band at a very young age. In 1971, I should think that my brother, who was then the band leader, Kevon, he left to go away to study. And they nominated me to be the band leader at the JCs where we used to practice.
Mm-hmm.
I refused on the first ballot because I wanted to be disruptive. I couldn't believe it. I was one of the youngest in the band. I said, "What are you guys choosing me?" They say, "You're the most musical here. You lead us all the time with the music." And I know with your brother gone, you would continue to lead us with the music. So I said, okay. I accepted, but I told them one thing: you guys can do exactly what I say. They agreed to support me. Wussy, Patches, Bobby, everybody. They were older than me. They said, "You're the band leader. Let's go." I had a lot of music in my head. And the music that I was hearing, the composition of the band at the time did not meet my expectations. So I started to recruit horn players from the camp. I asked Wussy to bring me a trumpeter, and he brought me Rick Grove Hicks. I asked Rick Grove Hicks if he was another trumpeter. He brought me his brother, who he said was blowing a cornet, which is a small trumpet family. I asked Wussy to find me a trombone player, and he found me the late Dawood Bodado, Daddy Byron, which he didn't have in the band at the time. And no other brass, well, apart from Brad Bowers, who had horns scanned on. we were just coming up. And what I want to tell you is that the music in my head, that was, still is far superior to what is in the heads of most people in the Caribbean. And I say that without water in my mouth. If I come to St Kitts and put together the band that I can, and I ask the players what they want, I tear them up again, anywhere in the world, any band in the world come, I smash them to pieces. The music is in my head, so I was born with that.
Right.
Praise the Lord.
Right. So it's a God-given gift. That
you heard me, praise the Lord.
Oh man, I mean it's so interesting to hear you speak about some of the how this thing developed, and recognizing that you needed to make some moves to achieve what it is you wanted to achieve, and we see that you were able to do so. I mean, as someone who's in the entertainment and the music field, it's always a pleasure. Like I said, when I go out and I tell people I'm from St Kitts, and 9 times out of 10, the first thing they say Ellie Matt. First thing, it don't matter where you go. First thing they say Ellie Matt right after. So
No.
yeah.
Up to now, the mighty Sparrow who lives in New York, he still calls me. When are you coming to me? I try to tell him that I am in a wheelchair and I don't move around like I used to, but he doesn't get it because when he hears me full of chat, he takes a good walk. But right now, I am in a better position because some friends of mine, led by the great King Richard Berridge and King Richard Goldstein, got me a nice Falcon electric wheelchair. Jesus Christ, boy, this thing like a Cadillac on wheels. I can go anywhere, and it folds up like a pram.
Okay.
I could go out any plane, and when I come out the plane, just fold up the chain and gone, zoom, I could pass it and do it, 5 minutes away. So I'm ready.
You ready to
I'm
move?
ready to come to St Kitts. I'm ready to come. St Kitts, I want to come in.
Right.
Bring home the king.
I think the king like you want to share some licks. You look like you feel like he ain't share licks in a while.
Come like you want sugar mass, you say? Come like you want to come take over sugar mass?
Sugar mass 50? I tell you, I'm ready for them. When Bradshaw declared National Carnival in 1971, none of you were born yet. I don't think so. But 1971, we used to have, but 1970 we had 2 carnivals that we used to call Soul Carnival and Christmas festivities. One was Palm and one was Labor. And I'm talking in colloquial Labor. Yes, so we used to go one up the park and one downtown, and I just said this can't work because we too smart for that.
Right.
We're gonna have national carnival. I think his intention was to get people together, and he did. Because Moonlight and Tota were able to come together. Moonlight from Palm and Tota from Labour, and I think we had some big carnival. And my intention was for us to stop playing Fire, in your wire, and I think I hear a boom from Antigua and Melda. Oh, sang some Trinidad and all over the place. I figure when we say 71 National Carnival, we should be playing our own road march.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a student of Lord Kitchener, and I decided to make my own song. It was called Come Play Your March All Over Town for Carnival 71.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought we had won the road back because I was the first band, electronic band, to play for National Carnival on the road. The other band was on the road in 71 with mine. Brass band, electronics with guitar and horns. And a little truck, showing truck with the little generator coming down for the factory road. Mash up the town. I thought I was in the road march. They said, you cannot do the road march, sir, because you're not a Californian. I said, what?
Imagine that, sir.
I'm back 72. Leg on my jacket, girl, I got home straight with that singer. And I had junkie master, you tumbled up. Next thing, Calypso, me take me when they tell me, Mr. Ellie Matt, sir, you cannot do the road march because you're not a Calypsonian. I said, oh, okay.
Okay.
I saw that I was superiorly qualified. I didn't want to go in the Calypso competition because they can't bang me, they can't compose it, we didn't know who I was. But I went in because I wanted to win the road match. And in 73, I was 20 years when I went in the competition, put it on them, Calypso King and Road Match. And we went to record. And we beat Gemini Brass, the top band, who came to Trinidad, who won the Brass-O-Rama in Trinidad and beat them in St. Thomas. I beat them like a child. According to Joseph Biden, I beat them like a drum.
Wow.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But King, somebody on the live is asking you to recap some of your favorite performances overseas.
Oh my God.
No.
Boy, that's a job, you know. I am now 68 years old. Somebody says 68 years young. You see, I can tell somebody and tell you all again. I don't play music for glory. I play music for satisfaction. I do not remember this. I remember that I play music to be the best. I want people to be happy when I sing, happy when I perform. That's what I play for. Satisfaction, not for money, not for fame. I play just for satisfaction. God give me that. When they asked me in New York City in a place called Audubon Ballroom in Manhattan, the Calypso Rose and the Mighty Shadow and Short, they say, Ellie Matt, when you always singing about sacred, about try and see what I'm putting on them people. When you don't sing nice international song, I asked them to give me, what is international? They said, like Lorraine. I said, me know anything about Trinidad? I said, explainer and Sparrow and Kitchen to sing about Trinidad. Me come from St Kitts and I will sing about St Kitts till I die. I don't know this St Kitts. And if you ask me, I'll make a bit of nothing about Nevis. That's why I sing, I love St Kitts. And because sing Nevis nice. That's a business.
Yeah, man.
I born in St Kitts. I can represent St Kitts till I die. I love this because guess what? My grandmother from Cox in Nevis. My sister Albertine, she got this cooks up the dog. She was raised in Gingerland, Nevis. I love Nevis to my heart. That's part of my heritage. That's part of my blood. But I where I was born is Newton. That's why I always said, the wet by the home in Newton and the cut me for poetry done. When they think that Ellie Matt done, they never do. I have that shotguns. The shotgun, oh God, I ain't joking.
Man, it always amazes me how you are able to take real life situations and turn them into songs that even today we sing them out. Sometimes we don't even know exactly the story behind the songs,
Like
but it just speaks to the
I know you want to
composition.
ask for Macazima.
I love that one.
I bet you don't ask me because I'm going to tell you, Macazima got so much fame and very quietly. People in Trinidad campaign in your Macazima, they don't even know what I mean.
They don't even know what I mean.
A girl, but she said she was a girl, wrote me on the internet. She said she was in a fete in New York City, and they were playing music, and we were supposed to get through that fete, and she said they're playing all kind of music, and people just drinking, they wouldn't move. And the DJ put on in your Macazima. She said when they used to part in your, she said she couldn't believe. She asked them, who sing that song? They told her, Ellie Matt. She said, who is Ellie Matt? You don't know him. And so she tried to find me on the internet, and she did. She said, one of these days that when you're going to hear somebody say, it's me, I am the one asked. She said, she's going to find me. Yes, but nobody come up to me yet. But she said it was a truly that fact. But I had known before that the people that everybody like in the Macazima. When John L. Powell was asked at the Marriott Hotel in the election night, sing us a song, he said, man, God, man, yeah.
In your Macazima.
In your Macazima.
That seems to be John favorite song.
Oh, behave yourself, girl. You like to show and too much. I want to hear. Hey, 5 minutes of bacchanality, that right there. When you hear them talking about in your Macazima.
Yes, sir.
When they came with me, song was so.
Hey, is joke me making?
Oh, God.
You know what? King, you know why I like to show it? Because I'm just like you, I'm from your town. So it's in my blood.
Bacchanalist?
Yes,
from the places me, Ellie Matt, Steve, Miss Eddie, and Butterheart, and all of them. Black Tie. Oh, my God. That is why. And Jim Brown and Baptist, Sharp. My people from your town.
If I don't big you up from this lady, I can talk to her again. Right there in George Street. Gloria.
Gloria. Do this soca, dance this soca, Janet.
Yeah, man.
Gloria's pretty. Gloria's sweet. Because she's spoiling the soccer beat.
You got a whole song now.
Patty's sister is your mead. I want to say, don't let me say it. Gloria, my condolences to you to the passing of the late sister Dolores.
Yeah.
She was also a big Ellie Matt fan.
For sure.
We all gonna feel it because everybody who passed from Newtown, the whole in Newtown feel it. We feel it. And God bless you in your moment of grief. And I know you need comfort. God bless you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I feel like that might put a little smile on her face.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, watch it. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a quick history of Gloria. She made for me a crown one time. She made for me all kind of costumes, but the crown she made for me was so nice. When I won the crown, with the crown that she gave to me, the next year I won again, and I used the same crown she gave to me. Then the next year I didn't go in, and Fancy went in and he won. He asked me for the crown. I said, what crown you ask her? Not my crown. He better go ask Carnival Committee for a crown. So then he sang the next year. I'm a king without a cloud in my country.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Ellie Matt got the brown crown under the barefoot tree, but I had the crown under the barefoot tree, but that is my crown.
Right.
Was made to me by Gloria. So, all who didn't know from Connor, who thought you all had a great, but not as great as me, you know. Connor is a great custodian and a good musician, not as great as me. I ain't fit to say it because I talk the truth.
Well, there you have it.
Well, I'm in no position to question you, sir. I'm in no position to question you.
Jade?
Yes.
Tell them, Camry, them man dangerous, stronger than ever.
Well,
I mean, they could hear it.
We could hear it. I was about to say.
I just said the only thing left is to bring you home.
Come on, the challenge done let
if they're brave enough, they feel me enough, they think we're going to stand on them. But I want to tell them in power, if you're doing good, I will sing good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing bad, I will also sing good about the bad. But I will always sing good, and you always will be proud of me, whether you like me or not.
Right.
The fact is, I am the BEST. I am not Best Buy, you know. The BEST. Best. Period. Oh man. I have nothing to be named yet, you know. They give people OBE, MBE, and Sir Backley Emmanuel from Antigua, and Sir Shorter to Sir Swallow. And the same sake is Sir is fully reserved for the politicians. So, I mean, I'm a politician. I mean, they put me in it one time reluctantly. They just called me name. But anyway, that's how you go.
That's how you go.
Oh dear.
But like I said, like for us here at least, in Island Tea, we want to give you your flowers while you're here, and let you know that we definitely all fans. As a matter of fact, when we first started the show, it used to be one day a week where I used to make sure I play some Ellie Matt for the listeners, and I used to look forward to that for sure. But I mean, do you think that we would ever be able to see local musicians and local bands being able to have the impact that Ellie Matt and the GI's Brass had back in the day? I know I still hear people from talk about Brass-a-Rama performances. I actually spoke to someone who would have witnessed a show with you guys and Byron Lee, and say, yeah, I'll rip up Byron Lee. I don't know.
I'll rip up anywhere go.
You see there?
Anywhere go. You think I'm making joke?
Anywhere.
Tal, I ain't even questioning it.
Anywhere I go.
Okay.
This is the next line. I can go again.
Okay.
Listen to the next line. Anything I do. What the next line is? I can do again.
Okay.
So if I mash up, I could mend back. If I go down, I could come back fighting. So tell them they could leave town. They could try again, but they can't keep a good man down. What the answer is?
Man gone, man, yeah.
We are by.
Azem by.
Pull me up, somebody pull me up.
Pull up.
Before they pull up me. Look, I'm telling you, if you can laugh, you can have fun.
We agree.
I'll tell you something. For our music and our talent to come back up, we have to have something or somebody at the top who can push music, play music. Everybody almost sound the same because they're being guided by the winning box. Winning box is a computer where you put in, you get out. And him play from his head. What I put in is what will come out. And the computer is as fast as me because the computer cannot harmonize unless you tell it to harmonize. And when it harmonizes, it can harmonize in 5 and 6 parts. And if you don't know music, you don't know which part in the second and the third part. And most of them bands don't like about 2 or 3 hands. So we don't play it good. Give me a break. They can't match me.
Well, man.
I know. Listen, I taught myself music after coming to grammar school early. I stayed home to teach myself music notation. I could not write the music properly. I couldn't write music by phrase. And I stayed home and I had to teach myself by looking at music that was given to me by the Mighty Sparrow and listening to his album at the same time and watching them and putting them together. I used the head, you know. When I went down to school, I learned, you know, learned something. Because I went during school time. I didn't go during break, no holidays. I would make you know. Are you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I taught myself, but I learned to play the guitar, the bass, and I used to even play drums. I played the saxophone, and I know the scale of the trumpet. And anything with notes, we can play a song, any song I hear, I could play the chords without even touching an instrument. Now, that is just a gift. And I could write a song, even talking to you, I could write a song for you, if you want it. But that's because I heard Elton John, eh? Remember he got no S. He's Elton John and Elton Nero. Please. You know, and he said he could write a song and I made it out 2 or 3 minutes. I could do the same thing.
Right.
We had the same talent there. It's simple. And I could teach everybody how to do that. They may not do it as fast as me, but I could teach them how to write, compose, write music. Let me tell you something. I write my own song. I arrange the music for my own song. Write the music for my own song. And I could play it.
Right.
And then I sing it. Who's doing that down there? I do believe that. But you have to remember, once to time a star is one, everybody can be like Ellie Matt, but they kind of won't talent them there.
Yeah.
A lot of people in there play good keyboards and songs, but that's one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they might be better than me. They are better than me, I believe. I am not a keyboard player. I only play the keyboard to supplement my man, to supplement the music. I am an arranger by choice and a bass man by design. I am a bass player. That's when we started the band, the GI Brass, when we were group impressions, I was the bass player in the band. Brother Warren was the guitar player. Then later on I became the organ player and I taught somebody how to play the bass and I never looked back. But I still play bass now and then.
Nice. Nice.
Well, while you're here listing out all of these instruments, somebody actually wants to know about your pan days.
I'm figured that I come to that. I must have left something in me. It's been a big mouth. Of course. Pan was this. When I was growing up at 12 years old, they didn't have an instrument in my house, and there never was one in my house. My mother was a Christian. My brother, my eldest brother, boy, he died now. He passed away. I loved him to death. He brought home a pan, and you know, after we were adding on the house, I was about maybe 9 or 10, and I took a stick and I started playing the pan quietly when he was there, and I found out the notes on the pan, and I could have played this song with the stick. And I used to call and knock it all the time behind his back. But one day he caught me. He said, "Boy, what you doing there? You can't knock it with that." And he gave me the sticks with the rubber. And he said, play a song. And every song he gave me to play, I played it. And he used to play in the town original band, Invaders. You hear the name? Invaders. So we coming down, we're coming for war. Yes. And so I learned to play pan from him. And then Invaders went to England in Ireland. I think it's around 1965. I think they went to England. And they left behind some players. We were doing the Invaders and then we morphed into Carnation. And we used to practice on Pond Road behind where Ronnie Rascal used to be there in a yard there. The band leader was a guy called Crossley. He used to work in the bank for years. He passed away, I think. But I used to play pan with them. And then I played the Coca-Cola on the road a couple of times, you know. But after a while, the pan couldn't take me where I want to go. Because what I was hearing was the big steamer in my head. What I was hearing was brass.
Right.
So I had to go and get into or get with the sounds that I was hearing in my head, which I still hear. Mind you, I've been listening to Trinidad Steam and competitions for years now, and I'd like to try my hand one of these days with a big band and see if I could arrange for them. But that is a hearing you got to have, which I don't normally hear. But it's the same thing, you know, you arrange parts, you find out who you have to arrange for.
Right.
And you song go along, you tell them where you want them to play.
Right.
You could do it two ways. You could do it by ear, or you could do it with by music notation. Because right now I'm teaching my granddaughter in England, over the phone, she plays piano. 9 years old. Don't mess with her. She plays almost better than me. Her name is Sophia Nero. And my son, Lyric, he's in Virginia. He's also playing the piano. And when I come to St Kitts next time, because the last time he came with me. Every time I come to St Kitts, he's going to come with me. And the next band I meet, Lyric is going to be the keyboard and probably the band leader eventually, because, you know, he got the talent. He started late, but I tell you, he's sharp at the razor.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
People like Slim has one here in Orlando. He's gonna, anytime you come back home, he coming home. Slim, and you got Styly from your tongue. Styly, man, I got some musicians here ready to go. Alex from Kevon, trumpet, ready to come home. And not Sherry to practice in the hand. But we're ready for them. Just ready to come home. Just bring it home and I hear music in I
But King, we gotta have to wrap up soon. But I mean, you know, there's so much knowledge, so much experience, so much things that has happened in your life. Like, is there any plan to somehow document some of this, whether it is a movie, a bio, a book?
I have a bio. I have an autobiography that's coming out shortly. Hoping we can time it for the 50th anniversary.
Oh wow!
We're working on it as we speak.
Oh, that would be amazing.
My assistant, my writer, I am the man who's speaking, but he is the man who's doing the correction. Is Glenn Roy Blanchett. He's a Utah man. And a friend who don't like him, that is their business. I like him, and he's a lecturer at the university, at the Fitzroy University.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wrote a book there the other day, so he's helping me with my autobiography. And I'll be having some funny stories and pictures there, unseen by a lot of people, you know. So we're working on that, and we have some sponsorship already. We have some sponsorship from, I think it's Lime, and I think Nagico has also put something in there to help us get that book out, you know, by the time. So we're still seeking sponsorships as we go along.
For sure.
But I'm glad that you asked me that.
Yeah, because I mean, I think it's important for us to document these experiences and these stories, especially people who have so much to offer, like yourself. And I know when this book is ready and comes out, and hopefully it will be good for it to coincide with the 50th anniversary of the carnival. I think that would be a good look.
That is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I'm also trying to bring out some new music. I have
exclusive?
Yes, I live right here in a nursing home, and this does not aid, and it does not prevent me from what's in my head. I put it on paper and I play my keyboards here. I haven't played for a while because I am doing some operation on the left hand. I haven't really played for a while, but I play. and I could still play. I can't forget. Playing keyboard is like riding a bicycle. You can't forget.
Right.
And the music is in my head, and I compose all the time. And I'm going to produce for this carnival coming up. Slim Edwards, I will be writing a couple songs for him.
Oh.
Kylie Morris, I'm going to be writing something for him. My son that I'm singing in Spanish.
What?
And Ellie Matt the dub them up in English.
Wow. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait. And when this book is finished, and when we have some music coming out, I'm sure you'll be back to talk to us and talk about the process and what it is that you're offering to us here. Coming up.
Yes, of course. I'll try my best because Bob Hall, the old Bob Hall from Scotiabank, who used to make me all the calls every time I late in the payment, in the good friends still. And all the Davis fans, Bahawla, Bob Hall, and all of them boy and them, Another tune in, then Roy. I have a friend in New York, his name is Cardinal Smith. If I was not to mention him, I would be in this dark house, and that's not a nice place to be.
Right.
And if I mention my children, Sharifa, and she has a daughter, Deja, and my daughter Shaka is in Toronto, and she has 6 kids, 5 boys and 1 girl. They all have African days with ties up my tongue. I can't call her them. Because she's a Rasta. She's a Rasta. I can't call her them. And I ain't even trying. That ain't business, but they belong to me, sure.
Yes, sir. All the part of the Nero clan.
Boy, I tell you, and the old lady in Italia, she picture will be in my book. The sweetest woman I ever know. Love me. And I love her.
Hey.
Forever, I don't care where she is.
Hey, wait. This ain't that kind of show, King. Ain't that kind of show.
I forgot. I transgressed. No, I digress. I'm sorry. I get carried away. When you mentioned my mother, I get carried away. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about that. But no apologies same way at the same time. All I'm sorry, no apologies. And this is called a paradox.
King, it's been such a pleasure. It's been such a pleasure talking to you this morning. A real honor and a privilege. I know even for the people listening and the people who are watching online. They also been saying, congrats, King. You're the king. You're the best. So there's still a lot of support here, and I don't believe that would ever go. As long as there's a place called St Kitts and Nevis. So thank you so much for joining us right here on Island this morning.
I thank you all very much for giving me the opportunity to have a good rapport with my friends, fans, antagonists, and protagonists.
Indeed, man. Thank you so much, and good luck today. And again, there's
I need it.
Yeah, man. Good luck today, and we'll be looking forward to good reports coming forward. Because we really want to see this competition, eh? I don't know who gonna lose the 10,000, but I know they're gonna lose it.
That's why I do not remind them. I said 10,000 US.
Oh, sorry, sir.
I hear plenty money. I got somebody who back up with action. I don't have it.
All right, man. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah, I'll take it easy and stay good. Stay bringing up the good news, eh?
We will try
all the people in St Kitts, I took my vaccine. I have 2, so nobody need to quarantine me when I come down.
That's right.
I feel you on that. All right, man.
So nobody.
All right, man. Oh.
Okay.
What an interview, boy. What? Listen.
The king has spoken. The king has spoken.
Bring out 10,000.
US,
okay?
please. US.
Yes.
Please, Jade.
Sorry, I have to make sure I say it correctly. Bring out 10,000 USD. Don't quarantine him when he comes because he's vaccinated and he's ready to take y'all on, okay?
Yeah, bye.
You're going to be front and center, you know, man, about you. You might be on the stage mixing, so.
But Kevon definitely competing.
I don't think Kevon has $10,000 to just lose like that.
No?
No.
But you said lose as if I'm going to lose.
Okay. Ah! You see, you should have had all this when the man was on the live.
You wait till the man gone now.
You see what I mean?
Bye. The man here, the man is saying thing. He got no way. Who's that going to
You know what? It's okay. You know what?
Bye.
Have your fun. Have your fun.
Oh, man. But, I mean, that was amazing. And I really want to thank all you guys who stuck and stayed with us. This time we were able to go a little longer, and big up to WINN Media for allowing us the time to have the interview a little longer today. Really appreciate that, and I know our viewers and listeners appreciate it too. Man, guys.
Thursday is done. Well, for us anyway.
I thought, you're going home, I got things to do.
You're going on like, man, I'm going to do things.
Yeah,
I got to the home,
but I want to go home. COVID, I run around here.
Wear your mask.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I had a beard in my mask, yeah?
You might as well. COVID could be in there too.
Oh boy, but yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys tuning in with us today. It's always a pleasure, like watching you guys have your little community on YouTube and Facebook. All the new listeners, hopefully you'd decide to join us back today. If you're a last time listener, well, we love it. We love you still.
Today.
Thank you. You viewed. Thank you. So.
Bro, I don't even know who you're talking about, to be totally honest.
Neither me, but you know, he does be here, so she does be here.
I don't know who that is. But
no, I mean the one-time viewers you viewed, so thank you.
No, you're talking about the person that comes on the live to tell me that I should be quiet.
I don't acknowledge that person.
I do. I love them.
Did they reach back again?
Not today. I think the internet might have been off, but you know.
Oh.
So we'll see. Hopefully we'll see them tomorrow.
Which one?
Jade said they ain't got no money to pay the bill. Jade, you're horrible. Jade, you're horrible.
I found your town, as the king said.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Me ain't getting in that.
Pick up all the Newtown people one time.
Yes, sorry.
Let's go pack it up. Let's go pack it up.
Ah, yes, indeed.
Yes,
so guys, remember.
Getting us in trouble.
Guys, yes, as usual. But guys, remember, if you want to be a part of the conversation, if you want to listen to us daily, 8 to 10, remember to check us out on Facebook and YouTube at WINNMedia SKN. We also on Twitch and Periscope. Big up the Twitch and Periscope people. I still see y'all.
Yeah.
Those of you who listen on the radio daily.
Or on the website, don't forget.
Or on the website, man, appreciate you. Continue to call, continue to interact, share, subscribe, and like and comment. We really appreciate all the interaction you guys doing, because really and truly, but we've just been here banging my mouth and it would be for nothing.
So, you know.
Yeah. But before we go, we're going to hear from the man himself, the Duke of Frigate Bay, the petty king who wait until the real king gone to start a lot of talk, the slim god, the chapstick done, the Duke of Frigate Bay, the man with the $1 million smile.
Ding.
Kevon Hanley.
Because remember, you can't be everybody's cup of tea, because you is not a mug. See you tomorrow.